Hi, boys and girls. Hi. We're going to start a brand new chapter of math, and this is now math multiplication. I know we've been talking for quite a while about learning our multiplication facts, but now we're actually going to have lessons about it, and then eventually we're going to have an assessment or a test about multiplication. So to start, you are on chapter 20. It's a new chapter, and the page numbers are 393 through 396. And this is April 13th, 2020, and it's Monday. Hi, Monday math. Yay! So you'll notice the first page looks like this. Here's mine. It has a cool little bunny at the bottom that is a gardener. And that's important because we're going to talk about a little bit about gardening. Not much, but a little bit. So that shows our page numbers, 393 to 394. So as you know, it's the first day of a new chapter. So we're going to talk about vocabulary. To begin with, these are important words that you will learn in this chapter, and you'll need to know them. So the first one is the term equal groups. Whenever numbers or objects with the same amount are in a group, we call that equal groups. So this example here is 3 equal groups of 4 flowers. Notice there's 4 flowers in each pot. So that's going to come into especially what we learned today in our lesson. The next term is multiply. I'm sure you've heard that word before. It says when we multiply, we join equal groups to find how many there are in all. Lastly, we're going to have something called an array. An array is a way to show objects in equal groups to multiply. Now, there's special words for when the numbers go across and when the numbers go down. So that's when the farmer's nice little rake there is really handy, because when he rakes right before he plants seeds, he does it like this. Ready? The farmer's planting seeds, and the farmer puts a seed here, a seed here, a seed here, a seed here. And this right here, when it's going across like this is called a row. So here's a row. Notice a row goes across. Then the second term, when you have an array, you have a row that goes across, and then you're going to end up with lots of seeds. So you're going to have a seed here, 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 a seed here. And so the other term that we have is called a column. A column goes down. So this way is called a row, and going this way, going up and down, is called a column. I'm going to spell that for you because it's a little bit unusual. It actually has an N at the end of the word. So it's column. You don't pronounce the N. We could say it's a silent N. And it has 2 L's. Okay, when I was in marching band, we called these ranks going across and files going up and down. So that was how I remembered. A rank is across, and rank starts with an R, and row starts with an R. So rows and columns. The nice thing about learning a brand new chapter with brand new words is I have some really just reinforcement videos here for you. If you want to learn a little bit more about equal groups, you can look at this one. If you want to look at multiplication, you could look at this one. If you want to hear about arrays some more, you could look at these two right here. So that's just another way of hearing about it. You could probably pull up some other ones too, but I chose these ones for you. So you're going to find those embedded into the PowerPoint that I will upload on RenWeb for you. You should have it today. Okay, we're going to go to the next slide. So the next thing we're going to do, when you turn this page, it says check what you know. So we're going to look at what you know. As we've done probably since the beginning of the school year, it has skip counting. So we're going to try doing some skip counting. Really, skip counting is multiplication. This is just a different way of looking at it. So let's see. You guys can do this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. 12, 14, 16, 18, and then 20. So that one was easy, and we were skip counting by 2s. So those are the answers in your multiplication facts, counting times 2. This one is a little bit different, but I'm sure you'll remember this one. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Okay, you see if you can do those last ones. Stop the video in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm back. 75, you should have written 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Oh, there's a loud siren outside. I'm going to pray for those people. God, please bless them and help them, keep them safe, especially with all this rain coming down. And just help them do their jobs. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so then we're going to look at number 3. It says how many flowers are in each group? We have 2 flowers, 2 flowers, 2 flowers, 2 flowers. So I'm going to obviously, the number is 2. How many groups are there? Well, each one is a different color. So when they're different colors, those are different groups. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 4 groups. And how many flowers in all? And I already counted that. There's 8. Okay? So here's another way to look at multiplication. Right here on the next slide. So I'm going to erase, erase, erase so you can see it a little better. There we go. So we can look at multiplication. We can think of it as repeated addition. That's handy because we all know how to add. So we are adding the same number or addend because we know numbers in an addition problem are called addends. We can add those over and over. So right here, the multiplication problem is 2 times 5, but we can think of it as 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 10. It's just another way of looking at it. Okay, so repeated addition, once again, is 5 plus 5 plus 5. In this problem, how many equal groups do we have? 3, and each group has 5. So we could say, right down here, it says 5 times 3 equals 15. And here you see it, 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15, right? Oh, went the wrong direction. Here we go. This is what your page looks like. It's page number 395. It's talking about equal groups. This is Math Chapter 20, Lesson 1. So, when all groups have the same number, they're equal groups. Ayita, what a pretty name, Ayita, is putting 2 plants on each step up to her porch. She has 4 steps. How many plants does she need? That's a really good question. There are 4 equal groups because there's 4 steps, right? There are 2 in each group. She probably wants to put 1 on each side. So then our math problem is 1 set of 2, a second set of 2, a third set of 2, a fourth set of 2. So we have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And if we skip count times 2, that would equal 8. Ayita needs 8 plants. So here's a section for you guys to practice. I kind of made it bigger right here so we could do it together. It says make equal groups. So first it tells you the number of equal groups. There's 4 in that first one. The number in each group is 3. So if you notice, I have here 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the row, right? And there's 3 in each group. So we're going to do 1 together. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So I know that 3 plus 3 is 6. And then I'm going to add 3 more. That's 9. And then I'm going to add 3 more. And that's 12. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you can finish this. That's what this says. Pause the video and finish this page. Ready? 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, I'm back. So you should have written down, well, first of all, we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and you should have written down 12. Then the next one, I did this wrong. This should say 5. So just pretend like there's a 5 there, okay? So there's 2 equal groups, and there's 5 in each group. So right here, I'm going to write down, you should have written down, 5 plus 5. And your answer should be 10. So there's the second answer. And then it says number of equal groups, 3. Number in each group, 4. This is an amazing coincidence because if you look up here, it's kind of like they just switched spots, right? Can you make a kind of a little guess about what happens when you switch spots like that in multiplication? Let's see what happens here. You already did it, but you should have had 4 plus 4 plus 4, and then your final answer is 12. So if you got all of those correct, up at the top of the page, you could write 100%. You could give yourself a little smiley face because you're happy. I'm happy. You're happy, right? Erase, 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 and we're going to go to the next slide. What you could do is just turn your page. Here we go. Okay. So what we're going to do now, oops, I forgot that one. We're going to practice this skill. So go ahead and pause the video. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. This says 2 equal groups, and there's 3 in each group. So that would be 3 plus 3, and that gives us 6. If you filled those in, that's great. You should have also written this. 3 equal groups, and there's 5 in each group. So you should have written 5 plus 5 plus 5, and I can skip count by 5s easily. 5, 10, 15. So your answer is 15. Right here, we have numbers that are the same. There's 4 equal groups, and there's 4 in each group. 4, 4, 4, 4. And I can add those pretty quickly. 4 plus 4 is 8. I'm going to add 4 more. Oh, I remember from the other page, that's 12. I'm going to add 4 to 12, and I'm going to get 16. Okay? Then this one says 4 equal groups, and there's 5 in each group. So I'm going to say 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. And then I'm going to do that thing where I skip count by 5s again. 5, 10, 15, 20. So now I know my answer is 20. So really, we've been doing this all year. Right from the beginning of the school year, when we did a lot of skip counting, we were actually getting ready for multiplication. Now we're going to, this one's a little bit harder, but we can do it. There's 5 equal groups, but there's 7 in each group. So 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Now you might say, oh, that one's a little harder because I don't have my 7 times tables memorized yet. But that's okay. There's ways we can do this, and it can still end up being very doable. We can do this. So what I do know is 7 plus 7 is 14. And then I also know that there's 2 more sets of 7. So that's another 14. And you know what? Those are pretty easy numbers. I can use mental math. So I could probably add those together in my head. 4 plus 4 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. I didn't have to regroup at all. So that's not too bad. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another 7 on that. Okay? Well, I do need to know that 8 plus 7 is 15. And I do need to regroup. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So now I know, okay, my answer is 35. Not too bad, right? Okay, so if you got all those right, what you could do, you could give yourself a little smiley face there. Say, yeah, I'm getting this, no problem. And then we have a little different kind of a problem down here. It says problem solving number sense. Use the number line to skip count or add equal groups. Multiplication again. And then write the answer. There are 3 flower pots. There are 2 flowers in each pot. So if I used equal groups, I could say 2 plus 2 plus 2. And then I could skip count 2 plus 2 plus 2. Oh, that's 6. Very good. Okay. Then I could say there are 2 plants. There are 4 leaves on each plant. So I can say 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4, well, I know when I add the same number twice, that's called a double. That's not hard. 4 plus 4 is 8. So now I have this whole page done. So brand new chapter, and we've already finished the first 4 pages. And it was fairly pain-free. And if you got all of that correct, you could give yourself a little pat on the back. You could say, 2 thumbs up. Good job. But we're going to go on to the next thing. And so to finish the math, we will do a little IXL practice. And I have a fun video for you. But first of all, Miss East, Miss Bachelier, Miss Lopez, what IXL do I do? There it is. I'm going to do math, IXL math, Y.1. That's very important. And then that little video down there, I think you'll like it. It's my good friend, Mr. DeMeo. And he's going to be singing about the 4 times tables. So that's a lot of fun. So that's math for today. Video, 4 times tables, Mr. DeMeo. A good way to wrap up math on a Monday. Okay, bye. I'll see you next time.